January, and garden's pretty much shut down, and I'm on a retreat in a relative's place, and it's quiet and away, and it's a time when I can look at the nature within. I mean, in the garden, I try to emulate nature, to imitate nature, to understand how nature works, and then model the chemistry and the biology of the soil and my practices around the best balance of nature. And so it appears to me that I need to do that for myself as well. So I take a retreat in January to look at my own self and how it's attached to stuff, and how I get all caught up with the pests that I have to deal with, maybe the spider mites, or the lack of rain, or the politics of the day, the attachment of people to a way of life that seems to be threatening us environmentally. And so how do I bring balance to myself? And so that's what I'm doing. And I thought I would share with you some meditations. These meditations were given to me by a Sufi teacher, and they're from Zen Flesh, Zen Bones, and they're just 5 practices that I've adapted, and I think they may be of some help. And what I'm going to try to do is introduce the practice and then give you some time. You just pause and do the practice and see what it does. And anyway, so the practices are based on breath, and the breath is like a swing. It swings in and out. And like a swing, you know, at the top and the bottom, there's a natural stop for an instant. And it's at those pauses that you can insert an intention. And I found these to be really powerful practices. So the first one that we want to do is based on the beneficence that we feel. And the first thing that I come to is something, some mechanism, I don't believe that really, but something breathed me all night. And that's a real time to be grateful. And gratitude is really important because it opens my heart. And I want my mind open, but I also want my heart open. I want them both working simultaneously and in harmony with each other. So anyway, the first one, at the top of the breath, let's say, when you have breathed in, then you say the beneficence, and then you breathe out. And I usually do it for about 10 or 11 breaths. I have some beads, which I don't have to show you, but I have some beads that I count with, and there's no magic about 11. You can use 10 fingers, and so you could just do 10 breaths. And so what you do is you breathe in the beneficence, and then breathe out. You want these breaths to be natural. You don't want to hold them a long time. Just let it be natural and put in the beneficence at the top of the breath, the top of the in-breath. And just do it for 10. Now we're going to do realize. And you do this both at the top and the bottom of the breath. What are you going to realize? I don't know. But I play with it. And sometimes I think, when you suddenly realize something, you go, oh. So if you can remember that feeling, you could insert it there. That's what realize is realize. So try that for 10 breaths, both at the top, realize. At the bottom, realize. The next breath is at the top and the bottom of the breath, you do a feeling. By that I mean you feel peace, but you also feel the energy of your life. So it's both. You feel the energy that you feel of life, this is within, and peace at the same time. This is a real peaceful one. If you can get to it, I hope you can. In, the peace and energy. Out, the peace and energy. Peace and energy. Out. Peace and energy. In. Now this one is more of it requires a little bit of explanation. We'll use the same in and out swing on the breath, but you stay in the big self and you don't enter the small self. How to say that? I look at it in terms of equanimity. If you could be on some star watching Earth, watching you go through all the things that are so serious to you, your birth, your death, whatever. And then you could even watch the sun expand and melt the earth, and all the monuments and everything else are gone. And you're sitting in this place of equanimity, of balance, of watching it all happen. And if you can enter that place, well, see what it is for you. they say that if you could just sit like the Buddha, you would be enlightened. And if you can sit in your true self, and that doesn't mean sit like the Buddha. You could be doing somersaults. It's a lot of activity, but I guess what I'm saying is it's an inner sitting. And if you can get there, it is indeed a very powerful place that can help you face the stuff that you have to face in 2012, whatever this brings. I'm not making any predictions. It's all pretty much blissful if you can get there. So do that on the in-breath and the pause, the out-breath and the pause, the true self, this equanimity, this being that's unfazed and yet looking with ultimate compassion on the whole dance. So, I hope that's a good one. Now the last one, you insert the idea, the words, know the knower, at the top of the breath, and at the bottom of the breath, know the knower. Hard to say the words when you're breathing in. Know the knower. You gotta have a little humor. It's good. So, know the knower. So hopefully you have finished all 5 of these exercises. They come from a book called Zen Flesh, Zen Bones. I'm sure it's still available. It's written some time ago. And I hope this somehow helps you grow better broccoli or green beans. That's the challenge with the spider mites. Thanks.